What's up folks, Justin Phillip here. Today I'm gonna do another little breakdown of a shoot that I recently did with LOL Parenting. You do your best to not make it look like it's run and gun, because we all want it to look like good narrative work. You're pushing and pulling, and this particular day we literally shot 2 episodes in one day, and each episode is 6 to 8 pages long, so we shot close to 16 pages in this one day. You know, we're doing our best to not make it look run and gun, even though we are technically doing run and gun. And when you're in this kind of situations, you don't get to schedule out the day with your Sunseeker app and say, okay, this is when we have to do the outside stuff, because you just can't. You know, there's too many restrictions that we just don't have the budget for. But this particular steady rig shot is one that I was it's the biggest thing I'm proud of out of the whole episode. And here you'll see me preparing there with that's a Flycam 3000, and I use the steady rig vest and arm with that, and that's my camera assistant Eddie there. And then you'll see the final product here of me following her around. And if you're wondering about the lens, that's the Tokina 11 to 16 mil, the Pro Zoom, the 2.8, but I use it with Metabones, and I shot on the GH5. With the Metabones, that Tokina becomes a consistent f2. Really good lens, but now I own the wider Rokinon Cine lenses, so I recently sold that lens. But it is pretty good. It's not as, surprisingly enough, I mean, it is a zoom lens, so I guess that explains why it's not as sharp as like the Rokinon 16 mil, or it's not even as sharp as the Rokinon 10 mil either. But it was good for when I needed it, and I'm happy with the way that shot turned out. Now, I was using my trusty Tiffin IR variable ND, and yes, I do use the IR ND even on the GH5. And if you're wondering why I use the IR on other cameras, then I've already done a video where I explain that, and you can check that out if you want. But as you'll notice, yeah, there are some clipped highlights out there, but I did my best with what I could, you know, with what we were doing. I didn't have like a huge 12x12, you know, diffusion or any kind of stuff like that. So we did the best we could with our little bounce cards. And this shot here with the girl underneath, I kind of liked it. I don't know, because what I've been looking for is like the perfect little tool that I can use in some of these outdoor shots. You know, I have one of those, like, I bought one of those things from Home Depot that's a big white foam core board, and it's all white on one side and it's all silver on the other, and they come in big sheets, and I just cut it up, and I have one of those that's like a 4x4, so it's silver on one side and white on the other side. It's just like a foam core board. I use that a lot for outdoors, and I have a pop out 6x4 diffusion, which is really nice. And then I have a big pop out that's like a 3x4, 5-in-1. And I showed it in one of my light kit videos. But you know, so I am a little limited when it comes to working outdoors. So if you have any like cool, awesome, fairly affordable things that are nice to bring when you're doing outdoor shoots, please let me know, because I'd love to know that. The one shot that I will take the beating for is, well, actually there's 2 shots I will take the beating for. Well, there's 3. The whole video was so rushed. Okay, so here's the little girl on the stairs. Now, there was terrible planning on everyone's part. The little girl had to leave. She literally walked off those stairs, got in a car, and was driven to the airport. So we were rushing to get this shot in, and we kind of forgot about this shot. But as you'll see, what ended up getting in is like really soft and crappy out of focus, and I'm just so bummed out about that. I was like, wow. But I didn't, as you can tell, the lighting's shit. I didn't even have time to light it. I didn't have time to prepare to do it. Literally, we just, get her on the stairs, you gotta get this shot. Okay, here we go. You know, and then you get what you get. I'm not scared to talk about these things, because I respect the process, and I'm here to learn, and everything I do is just learn. I've learned from this project, you know, and I hope by sharing this that maybe you guys can learn something about it too, you know? There's a lot that goes behind these shoestring budgets that you just don't take into account when you see stuff online. We just don't know the history of anything we're watching. There's this one little wide shot here that I was kind of proud of. Now I shot everything else beyond the Flycam shot. I only used that Tokina 11 to 16 on the Flycam shot, and then for the rest of it I used my Rokinons. Here you'll see Now, I've only recently acquired the 10, 16, and 24, so at the time of this shoot, it was a while ago, and back then I only had the 85, the 50, and the 35. It was before I owned the wide angle sets, so I did have to incorporate the Sigma 18 to 35, and you'll see here, this is, I don't know why I like this particular wide establishing shot so much, but I'm kind of a fan of story taking place in the deep, and I'm slowly realizing this about myself. I don't know why, I always find it interesting when the things in the foreground kind of are more our attention than what the story, you know, I like to put the story deep. Sometimes I do. The better ones that I've shot have yet to be released, so that's exciting. With that being said, thank you so much guys for making it this far in the video. Big shout out to my subscribers. As always, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Peace!